Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Prodcast, a real talk about film production. And today I'm joined not by one, but two amazing professionals. David Skinner, production designer, and Paulo Oliveira, art director. So today we are going to talk about their backgrounds, their projects a bit, and how they combine Portugal and working abroad together. David, Paulo, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Are you ready for my very complicated questions?
We're ready.
So, the first question I have to ask you, because you have worked together before, is what was your first impression of each other?
I thought Paulo was extremely professional, and I've worked in a lot of foreign markets. But I was living in, actually, I just moved to Lisbon from Los Angeles.
Just now?
No, when we first met.
When you met.
This was probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
22, no?
Yeah,
I think,
something like
22.
that. But extremely professional.
Paulo, what did you think of David?
It was very funny because not very often I get a casting, a telephone casting to do a job, and David asked for. I don't know if you asked or if it was kind of suggested. I don't know. Yeah, you asked to talk with people, and we did a call, and it was kind of wow, nice. And it was a very good impression in the first glance, kind of cool. And then when we started working, it was a demanding job. We can talk about it later. It was a demanding job.
Yeah.
And David has the most wonderful attitude because he also does other things. In another scale, and it's very straightforward,
very easygoing
and
combination.
But I work in a lot of foreign markets. So you can only tell so much from a CV, or from what what their history is. So I usually do a phone call just to see if I can get along with the person. And Paulo was great. And I have kind of some questions that I usually ask about different ways of working, SketchUp, different platforms that they use, and mostly, can we just get along?
You just ticked all the boxes.
Exactly.
So now I have an individual question for you. First, for David. Of course, you have worked all over the world. What is it about Portugal that keeps you coming back, and then you moved here? Why is it a good production destination?
It's interesting. Coming from Los Angeles, it has most of the weather and the locations that we look for there. So exteriors are fantastic, and the lighting is fantastic, which is the same reason everybody ended up in Los Angeles. But as a city architecturally, it's not something that's recognized in the U.S. We don't recognize it as London. You don't recognize it as Madrid. So it's easy to set something here where you're not supposed to know exactly where you are, but it's still gorgeous. And I think that's what's bringing a lot of people back. And it's the same, I get a lot of work from the London area, like a lot of London clients, and they're doing the same thing. They're looking for something that looks Southern European, but you can't exactly pinpoint where it is. So Lisbon's perfect for it.
And Paulo, of course, we receive a lot of service jobs, and you get to work with foreign people. How do you receive these professionals at your home? Because you're Portuguese, this is your home, and you're used to work here, although you've worked outside also. How do you receive them? Is it a good experience for you? What do you learn from them?
Normally they go to my home, but only after the work, after the job. But it's amazing because it brings our work to a completely different level. If you just keep in the national market, which it's fine, but being able to work with people from all over the world, know their experience, change with them the things that we have to do, collaborate, makes us
grow
and be more happy and do nice jobs.
What is the first thing you show them? Food in Portugal?
I'm known for that. I won't say wine because it is after 8 o'clock.
Yes, it's for 18 plus.
Alcohol, food and alcohol. It's in the menu. But only after work. Only
Yes,
after
of
work.
course, of course.
But yes, it's part of the experience because one of the things I like to do with the colleagues that come from abroad is kind of to tell them, relax, we can do it. We know how to do it. Trust us, and also enjoy the job. Enjoy the possibility of doing it in a very nice place with good people, good teams we have. And I'm not talking just about myself. I have to laugh. No, but we have very good teams. It's as David said, we are a wonderful country to shoot because of a lot of reasons, and PSP also sells it very well. But also because we have very good, talented people working in all the areas, since the catering to everything. It makes it good to come back.
Makes it
I imagine.
easier.
Yeah.
And now about Spain, because you both had experience in Spain and with Spanish probably professionals. We also work Portugal and Spain. Sometimes we get kind of mixed. Some people abroad think we are the same or we are a combined country. What do you think it's the biggest difference, especially in the film industry, between Portugal and Spain? Or do you feel like it's kind of similar?
I think my experience has been pretty similar. Of course, there's some little technical things that change. There's a little bit more equipment available just because of a bigger market. But I think it's very similar with the caliber of crew, even though the market's bigger in Spain. The caliber of the crew is just the same here. It's just as good.
So we respond
Totally. Yeah.
the same. Paulo, do you have any?
I don't have much experience working as an art director because my main specialty as an art director is being a local art director.
Exactly.
That's where my skills are in this. I do other things in other areas outside, but they're not relevant for our conversation. So the experience I have is of the people that come from Spain, and when I get the resources from Spain, is that we have a very good connection, and kind of the frontiers, the boundaries does not exist. If we want to go there or somebody wants to come from there, it's kind of very
In that way, we
open.
are combined.
Yeah, no.
And now on the fun or chaotic behind the scenes stories that you have together, is there something you can share? A project that gave you sleepless nights, crazy requests, something that you did together? Yeah.
The first one we did, part of it was what we were shooting Lisbon for England, which was a challenge. We had a lot of sets that we had to build that were supposed to look like England. One of them was supposed to be an English seaside kind of carnival town, and we did it in Costa de Caparica in April. So at around noon, it was a hurricane. And we had built
A big fair.
a huge carnival fair, carousel, rides, games, all of that. And a horse was supposed to go running through it.
A horse.
So we ended up production built I'm not even sure how big it was. It was the biggest tent we had ever seen to enclose this horse. And we moved the gag of this, what's it called? Like a strongman game inside to shoot it interior in the parking lot of the beach.
Oh my God.
With just howling wind.
Yeah, it was a hurricane outside, and we were doing a summer fest.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
The weather, normally Portugal is very famous for the weather, but on that day was not very helpful.
No.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
What is the best advice you can give to aspiring production designers or art directors that are starting, not necessarily just to work in Portugal, but in general in the film industry? What would you say to them?
I get this question a lot. The first thing I say is never ask what time you can go home. The day just ends when it ends. Always be present and available. That's the biggest thing, is to just be available when you start. Because there's I didn't go to school. I started as, a PA and then a carpenter and then a prop master, moved my way up. And I think it's the best way to do it, to try to learn all the positions. But the main thing I say is bring a cell phone, bring a computer, don't ask when you can go home.
Yeah, exactly the same. I will say also, I think there's mainly two things that I feel very important. One, as David said, progression. Having the feeling that you know a little bit of what you are going to direct further on in your life. Because the work of art direction and production design is a lot about coordination of other people's work. That being said, it's very important to have some kind of progression and not just land on that position. Although it may happen, but I don't think it's the best way to get there. And once that thing is accomplished, I think keeping in mind that the most important thing is the people. People is the most important thing in a job. The people that is around you, the people that you know, that you don't know, that you connect and you do not connect. That is the most important thing, because if you hear people, you learn from them. You have their job done. You have your job done. You have to trust. And trust is the most important thing when you have 10, 15, 20 people around you that depend on what you have to say about their work. And this is a scale. Sometimes I have to do it with a lot of people, and then comes David also has to say it to me and to that other people, and above David there's other people that should have the same. But as high as we are in the hierarchy, I think it's more difficult to do that. I think in this production design, art direction level, it's a group job, and if you don't trust the people, it's very difficult to do it alone. Alone is against the people.
You're only as good as the people that you're working with, because I can design something incredible, and like what Paulo was saying, if I don't know how that gets built, and if I've designed something that's impossible to build, it's not going to happen. And then all the way down to the person that's shopping the candlestick for the specific candle that I want in the frame, if I don't have a good collaboration with them, it never happens. And it's more about the team building, and it's not just the art department, because we still have to work with the sparks, and we still have to work with camera, and I have to understand practical lighting. So it's all about having that conversation and trying to get as much in front of camera as possible.
Yeah. Because if you have some knowledge, you can trust. Because to trust is to put sometimes your opinion in other people's hands, so you have to know what they are going to do. Don't trust with blinded eyes. You have to trust knowing, predicting an area of... So it comes together. That's knowledge and trust, not just, okay, do it.
And you have to be flexible.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
There are times when I want something incredibly specific, but nobody else would even notice it, to be honest with you. There's 10 different ways to do it, and everybody on my team may have a different idea of how to do it. It's probably all going to be fine, and we can all work together and get it done, and it's about being flexible. Things will not work. Things won't show up. Something might not get on the truck, or it might get painted wrong, and you have to adapt with everything and just try to make it work as a cohesive element. But that's where we're talking about the teamwork, because nobody can do that by themselves. And everybody's contributing ideas of how we fix things. When you're saying like behind the scenes stories, out of the hundreds and hundreds of jobs I've done, I've never done a job where everything was right and where nothing went wrong and there were no mistakes and nothing got broken. I've never done one. And most of the time, nobody knows, because we just adapt and we go through and we push and we work as a team.
Yeah. If you want funny stories, every hour that we are preparing the set,
We just finished a job where picture fell off the wall 3 times before anybody saw it and broke
it was
twice.
amazing.
Yeah, and nobody knew. Yeah,
No,
You're problem solvers, right?
yeah.
yes, that's a good part, and it's a good piece of advice. This thing that David also was saying: be prepared to not have what you want, and accept the success of that.
Yeah, and accept the success of not having what you want.
Yes, because in the end you'll be successful.
Totally.
Otherwise, you won't do the other one. Kind of in the long term. that's
If you
kind
got stuck in one mistake, you wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
And
go
this is the
forward.
same here, Los Angeles, New York, London. It's the same everywhere.
And now to finish off, this is a last challenge, fun challenge, which is picture this scenario. If you had unlimited budget and full creative freedom, what would be your dream project to design here in Portugal? What would you shoot? Maybe this is challenging for the late afternoon hour.
I would have to go fantasy. I would have to. Not to bring up a different country or anything, but Jeannot and Caro and those the fantasy elements of building a world that doesn't exist. And Portugal is like the perfect spot for it. It's the perfect spot. Everything is just what you know but don't know.
The
And
mystery.
Yeah, everything is.
Yeah. Paulo, would you go also on the fantasy side?
I will phone David to enter that movie that he's thinking about, but I will do some demands. I will ask Jim Jarmusch to direct it. I will. You will phone. Maybe you know him. You will phone Tom Waits to do the music, which is nice. And I don't think we need anything else.
A fantasy movie with Jarmusch and Waits.
I will cook. What else?
And then we have an Oscar in Portugal.
Yeah, of course. We'll get Hoytema to shoot it. Be good.
Let's just do it, you know. There's nothing else I can say. Let's make it happen. PSP, let's make it happen.
Okay.
Thank you so much, guys, for
you.
this talk, for the advice and everything. Thank you so much for everyone that's watching and listening. And we'll see each other very soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.